Good everyone, and welcome to this video, and today it's a review on the BF-109 G-10. Now, in my personal opinion, I think this is the best BF-109 G series, not the K. I haven't spaded the K, so I can't say it's the best 109. Not going to say that, because, well, I'll probably get some shit for that in the comments. But overall, I believe this is the best G model 109. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, it has an incredible climb, as a 109G should. It has great firepower, especially with the pods on, as I always do. So that's handy. The high altitude performance is really good. The low altitude performance is pretty good. The turn rate is, well, it's not going to be a Spitfire. Nothing will be a Spitfire in the geometry unless you fly the Italians, which is the RA2005, in which case you're a dirty bastard. But we'll gloss over that plane for today. I've already spaded it, already reviewed it, and I think it's broken as shit, but we'll gloss over that. Better if it doesn't have the speed, but even so. So the 109 G10 is at the same battle rating as the RA2005, and well, it can support the RA2005 just fine. Obviously, the G10 will not be able to keep up with things like P47s and P51s in a dive, but overall, you should have the advantage to turn the tide should it get into a dogfight situation. The 109s are pretty maneuverable against a P-51 Mustang. It's just when you get into the higher speed regions where the aircraft start to suffer. Obviously, the Mustang has much better controllability at those speeds, so you have to take that into account. So there is additional armament options other than the 20 mils, same as I covered in the G14 review. It's exactly the same. A single 250 kilo bomb, again, only used it once, but it's handy, and two 30mm cannons, which don't use them. And you can put a 30mm cannon in the engine, in the engine spinner. I don't recommend that though, because well, 30mm suck. I mean, if they hit, they're good, but I'd rather use 20s because you get more ammo and they're much easier to aim. That's just my opinion. So, obviously, the G10, in my opinion, is the best 109 G series model. Obviously, I've spaded the G6, I've spaded the G14, and I just think this one's the best. It felt half spaded when I first got it. As the performance started to increase, it just went from there. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, you shouldn't run pods in a G Series 109, you shouldn't run pods in a K Series 109. Do I care? Because I barely feel a performance difference. That's just my opinion. I barely feel a performance difference. But hey, that's just probably going to be salty 109 pilots. So, in terms of, well, stats, 50 air kills, 7 deaths, 37 ground targets. I enjoyed this thing. It was a really nice spade. I felt if we had some really bad teams, like one of the teams, I had 3 kills. The rest of my team, none. As you can end up getting notifications. Ignore that. But I've been having real trouble with Discord lately. It's just been really annoying. If I put the streamer mode on, which should turn off notifications, it just doesn't. It's really annoying. Whatever. But anyway, so let's jump into the battle of the 109 G10. Let's see what I got up to. Now, straight off the bat, this was not the most incredible game that I've had in the aircraft. The most game I had was 6 kills. But it wasn't just about the performance of the aircraft and the kills I was looking for. This battle summed this thing up perfectly. This was, when would this have taken place? I think this was when I was researching the 30mm ammunition, or like 30mm armament. So in other words, I couldn't, like, as long as I got some points towards it, I really couldn't care less. So, we have a few guest appearances in this battle, and well, I might have to turn down the other player's engine sound at this point, which I'm quickly going to do so now, because, well, that is way too bloody loud. Isn't it? Like, those D9s, they really do sound nice, but at the same time, they're an absolute earache when you've got headphones on. So, I'll put it to 2 times speed for the moment. Obviously, climb, incredible. But as I was saying about guest appearances, we have had 2 aircraft, I believe, crash on takeoff, or they've let. Oh no, they haven't. They've just didn't spawn in. We're going to have a couple of guest appearances today. First of all, Mr. Waffen Whitman. He's got bombs on Adora. That is a sin. And second is our RE 2005, who is going to be about as useful as tits on a fucking fish. You'll see what I mean. So we are in a full up tier against the Russians. Well, we have a couple of US aircraft involved as well, including a Frenchie, because, well, they have to include the French at some point. But, that BF-109, I just watched him die to the I-225. He went straight for the head-on, didn't even think about trying to dodge the I-225, and well, he paid the price. RE 2005 goes for the head-on as well, doesn't kill the I-225, and overall, this team's going to do pretty mixed. Like, they did okay, but at the same time, they did pretty crap. So the 190 Dora that was ground pounding, he hasn't actually done anything so far. As you can tell, he's not doing much. He went to try and assist with a P-51, I think it was, or an SU-6, and he's not going to do much. So obviously P-51, I believe this is a H, yes it is, and well, this seems highly dangerous. Fighting P-51Hs in the G-10 is going to be your biggest threat, as well as LA-9s and F4U-7s. They're pretty dangerous. And, well, if there's one thing the P-51H can do, it is run. These things can run like troopers. They will leave you for dead. If you try following a H model in a dive, you're just silly. You're just wasting your time. Because they have the speed. They are incredible with their speed. It is mental how they have their speed that they do. But obviously it's a lightened airframe. It's got a more powerful engine, and the guy must have been pushing web because he was cranking that thing. I even put in chat, and I put in chat, why do I get the feeling this guy's baiting us? And there's a good reason why I suspected that. Some guy named Xbox Donutzy says, I got your back up here, which fair enough he does, but I don't have a good feeling about it. Well, there's a bomber up there, but to be honest, I could give 2 shits about a bomber. I'm not bothered about a bomber. It's when the big boy stuff starts to arrive, and well, here's the F4U-7. I've even put in chat, called it. But there's more than that. There's an LA-9 as well somewhere. I can't remember where he shows up, but there is an LA-9 at some point, because we get into a pretty interesting dogfight with him. But obviously, we're coming in now, and our entire team has broken off the Mustang to go for the F4U-7. But if I'm diving in as well, but we've got most of our fighters on this guy. And before anyone asks about the RE 2005 and why I said he's a guest appearance, he's ground pounding. He's done fuck all this whole game. He's just ground pounded. And there you can see him over there, that flipping farming, well, Farmer Giles over there, freaking farming his way. If you don't know what Farmer Giles is, it's what my granddad calls a farmer. Like, if you see a guy driving a tractor, he will call him Farmer Giles. That's just my granddad for you. But oh dear, this is like, he's in the best fighter on our team, and yet he's ground pounding. Like, yeah, he's got 1 kill, but mate, there's an LA-9 and there's a P-51H. Focus the bloody fighters and then derp. I have to put in chat, RE 2005, you're the best fighter on our team. Stop derping and get here, because well, that thing can take on anything that the Allies have. Fair enough, this thing can, but in a dogfight, and there's the LA-9 that I was on about. In a dogfight, the P-51H can actually match you, and the LA-9 will outturn you, as far as I can tell. So obviously, Xbox Donutzy, he is being focused by the LA-9, And well, I don't blame the LA9 personally, because well, highest target first and then work your way down. That's how I would do it. Some guy puts in chat, this game sucks because you can't land a G-14. I don't know how he'd failed his way, but I think it was like level 30, I can't quite remember. Xbox Dodency, I believe, just got taken out by the LA9, and obviously I'm in a bit of a situation here, and I'm thinking, well, I want to kill the P-51H first. He is priority over the LA9. I can handle an LA9. I'm not handling a Mustang. So I went pretty aggressive, blow the Mustang to bits, and for my second kill, and the LA9 chooses me as its bitch, and to be honest, I don't blame him. I call for backup, and obviously I'm thinking, right, I'm gonna have to try and reverse this now. So I crank the throttle back. It doesn't. Well, I don't crank it back yet. And well, the LA9's coming in hot. The LA9 knows to crank his throttle back though. I'm rolling as hard as I can. But he pulls up, and I'm thinking, right, this is my opportunity. I've got to get this LA9 now. I smack the rudder over, the K goes for the head-on, dodges it, and the LA9 at this point is basically dead. I pop the flaps, and, well, an LA9 receiving 320 mils is not going to have a good day in the office. That was a perfectly good reversal, and, well, I didn't think I could do it personally, but I had the airspeed, I could do it, the LA9 got a bit too overconfident, and he just flew right in front of my guns. So that's my third and final kill for the game. There is one additional ground target kill, which I am going to jump forward to. Not like it's really interesting. I was thinking about climbing for the B-17s and the B-29. Obviously, we do make our way over there. The B-29, I believe, was camping the airfield, if I remember rightly. He was camping, or trying to camp. I even put in chat, B-29 will probably camp. There is a B-17 out in this region, out in the J-14 area. He's making his way back to base to try and land. I don't blame him. I mean, they got the bombs off. Those guys did their job. Their fighters just didn't. I mean, I believe that's the B-17E bombing our base right now. But, what do you think Farmer Giles is doing still? Yeah, well, he's just took off. He's got 6 ground targets. He's killed he's killed a plane. I don't remember what he killed. But you went straight for ground targets instead of trying to assist with the P-51H and the LA9. Like, Farmer Giles, I swear. Stop playing War Thunder and go back to, like, herding your sheep and stuff. Like, Jesus. But obviously at this point we are trying to track the B-29, and well, the blind hunt order goes onto the B-17. We do have a Ju-288 who has just dropped on their airfield. He did a reasonable amount of damage, but obviously it's a Ju-288. One Ju-288. It's going to take quite a while to kill an airfield on its own. I mean, it can do it, but it's take a while. But obviously, he's took some flak fire from the actual airfield AAA. We've got a BF-109 K4. He does get ahead of me, but that's no big deal. And the RA-2005 is actually proven to be trying to be useful. Except, what's he doing, folks? He's going for the Vulture. I honestly don't get why. He's going for the Vulture, and well, I believe he actually dies to it. Because you can see a dot here, I believe that's the B-29. Yes it is, the B-29 is belly landed. And well, he's going for the Vulture. Scumbag players like this. Not only is he useful, well, useless, I should say, he can't even Vulture properly, so he has to go for a AAA gun. B-29 prepares. He's still going for the Vulture. And the B-29 kills him. But of course, he had to ram the B-29 whilst it was still on the ground. I really wish. Like, I've always said that there should be a level requirement and the amount of vehicles spaded before you can move up a rank, not just research and buy all these aircraft and or tanks to go into the next rank. It's just no. Just no. Because then you get players like that in an Ori 2005. Well, I'm going to leave it here because for the ground target happens right at the end, so there's not really any point. So the G-10, like I say, I highly recommend Spade in this thing. It is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to Spade the K because, well, the K may be down on power when it's obviously stock and all that. I have got a subscriber request by JamePro3 to do. I'll probably do that at some point. But G10, highly recommend spading it. Great bird, especially with the gun pods on, and well, you can reverse an LA9 if you know what you're doing. It is really nice. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the G10, and I'll see you all on the next one.